Judge cranks one. Deep left field. A grand slam.
Bases loaded. Hits the stand. Swung on. And drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
Lost. You're not going to hit the ball. You're going to swing and miss.
Now it's Chisholm. High drive. Right field. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to the 15th Vinny Talks Yanks. I'm your host, Vincent LaRose, and not a great week for the Yankees. Losing another one today, going 2-4 on the week. 2 series against division rivals, lose both series 2-1. Multiple games, lost by 1 run, whole 9. You know, you can't win them all, but as I said last week, consistency is key, and the Yankees have shown that they cannot continuously be consistent. It's tough, man. You know, you have that one game in Baltimore where set new MLB records, hitting the first team in MLB history to have 2-3 home run first innings. And then, you know, it's like we scored all our runs in one game, and I'm tired of guys showing up when we're up by 10 runs, you know. Anyways, let's get into the, not so great news. So, Clark Schmidt had to miss his start yesterday. He just had some, they said, side discomfort. Fortunately, it's nothing too serious. He will make a start Tuesday as long as he feels good to do so. So a little bit extra rest for him. That, extra rest doesn't hurt. Volpe hurts himself yesterday. I'm going to dive and play the short. Hurts his shoulder. It won't be an IL stint, but it'll be a day-to-day thing. His shoulder was quite sore today. And as you saw, if you guys did watch the game today, he wasn't even available for a defensive replacement. So I'm going to think likely he's probably getting most of the Padres series off, if not all of it, coming with the off day Thursday. Give him 5 days in a row to rest. Let that shoulder heal up. And then the big one, Chisholm has a high-grade oblique strain, so I think they said it was a grade 2. Based on all the interviews and stuff, even Jazz was surprised by it being a grade 2. He didn't feel like it was a grade 2. He thought he'd be all right for the, maybe a game off, and then he'd be okay for the next game. But no, the MRI reveals it's a high grade 2 strain, and he's likely going to be out for maybe until probably the end of June. So we'll see, end of June he'll come back. So we'll see how it goes. You lose 3. You didn't lose Schmidt, but you missed his start, and then Yarbrough was nice. Not a bad start for him. The offense doesn't show up, and that's why we end up losing that game 4-3. But it's just it's tough, man. You're going through a lot of injuries right now, and honestly, this is a team that can't afford injuries. They already have enough for the starting rotation, and our bench on the is horrible, man. I mean, look, I don't even understand why I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm saying Pablo Escobar because I'm thinking of JC Escobar, but Pablo Reyes, I'm sorry. I don't even understand why he's on the baseball team, man. He's terrible at defense, and he can't hit. So what's the point? Cool, he had a good spring training, but so did Cody Bellinger. So, and he sucks this year too. I mean, he had a 2-run home run today. He's still playing great defense, but still, man, I don't understand. You pinch hit Jorbit, he gets his first MLB hit. But it was a right-handed pitcher to start the game regardless. What is the thought process? Are they going to cut him? And they were just, being polite to him, giving him his last little chance to start. But, Jorbit at least was getting on base. He had 2 walks, and, he only had 6 at-bats. So to put Pablo Escobar, or he said Pablo Escobar again, oh my God. To put Pablo Reyes in is asinine to me. I don't know what Aaron Boone's thinking. First I want to, before I get too crazy, congratulations to Jorbit Vivas getting his first MLB hit and giving us 2 key RBIs, and again we did eventually lose, but he kept the momentum going, giving our other guys a chance. But with the Volpe injury, the day-to-day thing, it's like it was like that game was mismanaged. It was almost punted. Like, I want to say punted, not really, but kind of, man. I mean, Will Warren is confusing to me. Like, they're telling me they see positive stuff in him. He has over a 7 ERA now. What positives do you see in him? He needs more work. He needs to be in the minors. He does not need to be on an MLB roster. I don't even care if you bring up some random bum to start games and, just to get by at this point. But he's not performing at all. He hasn't made it out to 5th inning in 4 straight starts. I might be wrong. He maybe made it out to 5th in 1, but he's not giving any sort of length. He's giving up runs. He's walking a bunch of guys. The fastball looks good, but I mean, at some point you got to call it and realize that the kid is not ready for the MLB. Send him down. Bring somebody else up. Give another prospect a chance. We have 3 prospects in the minors right now with sub 2 ERAs. Granted, it's AA, AAA. This is the beginning of the season, but like just change it up a little bit, man. I mean, we're now 19-15 on the season. Only 4 games over 500. We have played. The Orioles are below 500. The Rays are below 500. We're losing to below 500 teams, and then we're going into 4 straight series where every team's above 500. People aren't, I know we're going to play the Athletics, but they don't suck this year. They're in 2nd place in the West right now, and then we go and play the first place team in the West too. I don't understand. We got the Padres coming in. Padres are one of the best teams in baseball. Then you go to Oakland. Then you go to Sacramento, and you play the Athletics. They're one of the better teams, and not best team in baseball, but they're competing in their division. Their division's not great, but they're competing, and I just don't understand, man. Look, you're giving away games we need to win. The Rays have been one of the worst teams on the road this season. I know they haven't played a bunch of games on the road because they try to get their home games done at the beginning of the season because it gets so hot in Tampa. And they don't want to play a lot of summer games. A lot of their games are going to have to be night games, so they're trying to get those games out the way. But statistically, they've been one of the worst teams in baseball on the road. Maybe better than the Rockies and the White Sox, but those are minor league teams. So they don't even count. So I don't understand the management of this team right now. The guys who are on the MLB roster and the guys who are in AAA, AA. Just the coaching in general, man. Is anybody working with Jason Dominguez in left field? The guy looks completely lost. Every route he takes is bad. Even the balls he catches, you're like, oh my God, please catch it. You're holding your breath every single time the ball's hit. Even routine fly balls, he looks bad. So I'm lost with the coaching right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't understand the management of the team. I don't understand why Pablo Reyes is even on the roster. I wouldn't even want him on a AAA roster. I'd feel disrespected as a guy in AAA with that guy playing over me. He's playing horrible right now. I mean, he was terrible in the Red Sox last year too. What do we not? Is this guy like? Is he? I don't understand. But the Peraza move makes sense. Peraza's still, he's still playing. I mean, supposed to play good defense. More errors for the Yankees today. It's just a bad week of baseball, man. We have the one good game against the O's, game 2 of the series, where everybody, lights it up. But, how about we spread that out a little more so we can win more games instead of winning one game by 15 runs. I know it wasn't 15, but, like, the management it's been off right now. They've managed the bullpen well. I will give them that. They've managed the bullpen well. The guys coming out of the bullpen have done well. I mean, the only, Goldschmidt continues to play well. Rice is, starting to, play more to probably his level. He's still very good, but, it seems like Wells is getting more hits today and hitting better, seeing the ball better. Aaron Judge is Aaron Judge. He's still phenomenal. 14-game hitting streak and 30-game on-base streak. Guy's hitting 430, under 430 now. He struck out against Fairbanks, but 420s. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's just we need, the consistency, the management. Everything seems a little bit off. Something just doesn't seem right. When you watch the games, it's like, it's not like those Yankee teams where it was like, we're down 7-2 today, and I'm like, dude, we're out of this game. We did fight back a little bit, but like, I was playing MLB The Show while watching the game. Like, I had no hope. It's not like these old teams, man, where you sat there, it's like, it's not over if they're down by 8 runs. Like, I've seen them come back. This team just, like, they give up more than they get. We haven't seen like that, really gritty, hard fought comeback this year. It's just they're a tough watch right now, honestly. I know we're 4 games over 500, 19-15. We're still in first place in the division. I understand, Boston lose Tristan Casas for the entire season. They take a hit. But it's still, man, it's like, can't lose these games to sub 500 teams. Not like this, too. The Rays have been one of the worst offensive teams in baseball. One of the worst. 4 earned runs, 4 2/3, or maybe, I think he maybe got through 5, but Warren looks so bad. I'm watching the kid pitch. It just doesn't look, something looks off about him. And again, I don't know if he's nervous. I don't know if he's trying to prove a point. But they were trying to say Warren has the confidence like Schmidt. I don't believe that in any which way or form. Schmidt is he's I don't know, man. It's just a head scratcher, like literally head scratching. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand the management process. I don't understand, why they're managing the team like this. And maybe that's why I'm not a manager. That's probably exactly why I'm not a manager, because I'd be doing things differently, and we'd probably lose even more games. But just from a perspective of a fan, it just, something seems off. Something doesn't seem right. Something seems like we're trying to hold back. And not hold back, but something, like, it seems off. I don't understand the Pablo Reyes start today. That doesn't make sense. Let alone he's hitting 7th. Shouldn't even be on the bench, let alone hitting 7th. But I don't understand that. Why not just keep Vivas in the game? You brought him up last year. You didn't even get it at bat. And then, he's better defensively than Reyes is. Just I've been one to stand up for Aaron Boone and say it's not Aaron Boone's fault. Aaron Boone is likely being told what to do, blah, 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 blah. But something, dude, this management, like, again, I will say this, I've said it before. The bullpen has been managed very well. I feel like they made the right move with Devin Williams at the right time, and they made the right call. And ever since then, Devin Williams has been lights out. But just the way the guys were given days off, it's like, cool. I know, Goldie's gotten a day off. Judge hasn't. I think Judge has played every single game. But here and there, it's like, all right, cool. Volpe gets hurt. All right, what do we call, Jazz is hurt. We call Vivas up for. Keep Vivas at second. Why is Pablo Reyes playing? If you want to play Pablo Reyes, I don't know, throw him at third and have Cabrera play. Play short. What? It just doesn't make sense to me. Why are you benching the kid? And then he's one, out of those 3 guys right there. I know Peraza got a meaningless hit in the 3rd, but he's the only one that even produced, and he had less playing time than the rest of them. I don't understand calling him up. I understand, he's not going to be up all season. I know when Jazz comes back and Volpe's good and all that, he's probably going to get set back down. Even though I think Pablo Reyes should be cut, and he should stay up at least until Stanton comes back, and then you send them back down. Anyways, man. It's a tough watch right now. And, again, like I said, they're 19-15. Not the end of the world. Season isn't over. We're still in first place. Probably going to win the division regardless. It just worries me because come postseason time, we have so many signs in the regular season. So many signs of, hey, we have to fix this. We have to fix this. We have to fix this. We have to fix this over and over and over and over again. Come playoff time, oh, we did nothing about it, and we got we got destroyed. I mean, I know we went to the World Series last year, but that was, with one of our better offenses of the past 5 years. You still had Cole for a season, and don't get me wrong, Max Fried is been better than Cole, actually, than Cole was last year. Max Fried actually pitched better than Cole was pitching to this point in his Cy Young season. So you went out with that, and that's another reason why I said before I'm happy we didn't re-sign Juan Soto, because we got a guy really free. But you're still missing Juan Soto in that lineup, and giving you just I don't even care about the defense anymore, man. We're making errors anyways. Goldschmidt's played third. That's stupid. Don't do that. I understand, we have three guys who rotate DH, first base, right field. We have three guys who obviously only Judge plays right field, and then whatever else. But he's in the rotation for DH with Goldschmidt and Rice. But, truthfully, I'd rather have seen, Bellinger get the day off, and then you defensively, it's... I'm just going to forget about it, bad 2 weeks from the Yankees. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in MLB season, okay? It happens. I want better management of our infield. I request better management from our infield, because the infield management has been horrendous. Been absolutely horrendous. DJ starts hitting in the minors, immediately gets hurt again. Injuries and management has been hurting us for the past 6 years. This team has been destroyed by injuries and poor management for the past 6 years. Why is there no change? Why is there no, I mean, if George was the manager, or if George still owned the team, we'd be like, all right, cool, our new whoever GM just put in a whole new health and nutrition staff, whatever it's called, and we're not sitting here worrying about it anymore. I don't know. I'm just talking at this point. I know injuries come with players, and that comes from a GM who's getting players who know who has injury history. Fried has injury history, and every day I'm sitting here just praying to God, because if Fried gets hurt, we're screwed. I'm just rambling on because I'm getting it's aggravating to watch the Yankees right now. It's very aggravating, and when dedicate half of your life to it, you're upset. But it happens. Bad weeks happen. We have to move on forward. Let's look ahead. So we have the Padres coming into New York. The Padres are a tough team. They're very good. Game 1, we have Rodon going. Rodon has looked much better as of late, and I don't think Tatis is playing. So hopefully that, evens it out a little bit. Game 2, we have Schmidt. Schmidt is making his makeup start from Saturday. Extra day's rest. I don't mind that. We're going against Michael King. Michael King is going to torch us. I guarantee it's going to happen. It always happens to the Yankees. Hopefully we can... I'm honestly worried about getting swept this next series. I'm hoping we can get a game out of it. Even Game 3, we're going against... why am I blanking out? Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease hasn't been great this season, and Fried gets the Game 3 start. So I'm hoping that Game 3 I want momentum going into the off day. Game 3 win, go to the off day. You got to fly all the way to Sacramento. Just start your West Coast trip. We got 6 straight games, 10 o'clock games for us on the East Coast. Just get a groove on, get the consistency going again, because if we have another 2-4 week, now we're looking at a team who was 21-19, and we're worried at that point. So it's just I can't even think of what to talk about with this team. There's so many gray areas. I want to talk about the good, but the good has been consistently overshadowed by the bad. Aaron Judge is having one of the greatest seasons ever, and it's only a month and a half in, I understand, but I feel like we say that every year, and the next year it gets even better, and we're like, how is it even getting even better? He's 33 years old. He's supposed to be on the start of his decline, but he's getting better. We could focus on the Max Fried, being the second best pitcher in baseball behind Yamamoto right now. We could focus on that, but the problem is we're not winning games we should be winning when we need to win them. It's it's bad. Errors have hurt us. Again, this is supposed to be a better defensive team than last year, and we have more errors to start the year than we did last year. What is going on? It's almost like we signed all these guys. We sat there and was like, well, our defensive problems are over, and we never ever addressed it. Nobody ever sat there and worked on them with it. I mean, even Cody Bellinger's catch the other day, it was yesterday's game. But even Cody Bellinger's catch, he made a poor judgment of the ball and just Odell'd the catch over his head. Like, granted, he got lucky, but, like, you know, I mean, he made the play, so that matters. But, like, guys, I mean, anybody who's watching the games, anybody who's looking and, like, actually paying attention to what's going on, Dominguez looks horrible in left field. He looks terrible. There was a fly ball to the wall today. He turned around 3 times. It's like he's lost out, completely lost. And granted, it's overcast. You got the lights on in the stadium, an afternoon game, rainy day. All the above. It's just still like there's a couple, like 3 different plays today. He just looks off, man. So, you know, it is what it is, though. So, let's get into the good of it. I want to talk about Max Fried. Max Fried has been phenomenal to start the season. Just insane. I know 2 of his starts were against the Rays, and the Rays aren't a great offensive team, but he's still pitching well. I mean, I think he's just over a 1 ERA. He's the 6-0 on the year. Yankees are 7-0 when he's on the mound. Just giving us that ace we needed after losing Cole. He looks phenomenal. I have no complaints with him. His curveball looks great. His fastball looks great. He just looks in control. He looks calm. Even when he's in a jam, he knows how to handle it, and he's handled it well. He's been exactly what the Yankees have needed to this point, because if we didn't have him, we'd probably be a sub 500 team, and I'm not even joking right now. So I appreciate Max Fried is what I'm saying. He looks great. And I hope he continues to pitch well. He's pitching against San Diego, a great offensive team on Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming it goes just as the rest of the starts have gone. I have no complaints with Max Fried. And Max Fried is an absolute blessing to the Yankees right now, because we'd be in a really bad spot without him. Then another good thing, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has been absolutely phenomenal this year. I know he goes 1 for 5 today, but he continues the hitting streak going. He continues the on-base streak going, hitting over 420, 11 home runs, 1,300 of OPS onto the season. He just won the American League Player of the Month. Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball, and it's nice to watch, and it's nice to see. I know he's bad in the playoffs. I understand that. But, again, Yankees don't make the playoffs half the time if he's not on the roster. So there's been a couple chances he's had 2 times against the Orioles where he hasn't come up in the big spot where we've needed him. So I'm hoping he can get a little more of that clutch gene. Maybe go rub Jeter's bald head. But other than that, man, nothing to complain about. Defense has been good. Not an error on the season. Hasn't had an error since Game 5 of the World Series. But it's nice to watch. It's nice to see that, the bright parts of the team and the bright parts continue to shine even when the lows are at their very lowest. So I hope those 2 can continue to perform and continue to keep that bright spot on the team, the silver lining on the rainy day. I mean, like, it is raining today, but it's just I need to see more out of the rest of the team. Volpe starts to heat up and immediately gets hurt. Wells is starting to heat up and immediately gets, I know he's not benched, it's a day off, but doesn't play the next day after, finally getting on some sort of groove. Vivas gets his first MLB hit, good for him, first MLB RBIs, he's walked twice. I don't see a single reason why he shouldn't be in tomorrow's lineup, and he better be in tomorrow's lineup. I don't care if it's lefty, righty, ambidextrous, doesn't matter to me. He should be playing. Pablo Reyes sucks. He should not be in the lineup anymore. He should have been DFA'd. Give somebody else a chance. I'm tired of watching this guy swing like a terrible. He's just a lesser version of Miguel Andujar. The swing sucks. He has that stupid wraparound swing that only a couple in MLB history have been good from. You know, I'm sure he's a great guy, but, you know, send him to the minors, DFA him, do what you got to do. I'm tired of watching him play the baseball. Jesus Christ. I'm tired of watching him play baseball. It's aggravating. Every single at bat he comes up, he watches a fastball down the middle, swing and misses, or pops up to the infield or whatever. He has like 2 hits on the season, maybe 3. Doesn't have an RBI, doesn't have a home run, plays terrible defense. It's time for him to go. But another bright, bullpen's been phenomenal. I mean, I know you give up game 2. Mark Leiter Jr. gives up the eventual 2 runs, error on Volpe. Shouldn't have given them up. Anyways, but the bullpen has been good. They've been very good, and being able to handle and control, as we've had multiple starts by Warren and Carrasco that don't even get out the 5th inning. So they've been able to handle, the length they've been getting asked to, come forth with, and they continue to play well. Pitch well, I should say. Continue to pitch well. The 6th best bullpen in baseball ERA-wise to this point. Carrasco comes out today. Warren only throws 3 innings, and Mastek and Carrasco combined for 5. Warren only throws 5. Carrasco and Mastek combined for 4. Just 4 2/3. I'm sorry, Warren only threw 4 2/3. But it's just, again, another silver lining that's just easing me down a little bit, because I know they pitched well. They're getting help too. Loizaca's coming back, so hopefully that bolsters them even more. We don't really have a flamethrower as of now. Loizaca's gonna be that guy. So, but again, bullpen has pitched well. Judges look great. Freeds look good. Wells seems to be on the come up. Goldschmidt continues to hit. Hopefully Ben Rice can get out of this mini little slump he's in. It's not a crazy slump, still walking. Just, made a really great play at first base yesterday too. Last thing I want to talk about here. So I want to, give a little talk about the poor management we had today. So we're down 7-3 at this point. Bases loaded, no outs. JC Escarra comes up to the plate. At this point, okay, I'll tell you exactly what happens. We'll go through it. JC Escarra hits a nubber right to the pitcher, double play, no run score, 2 outs immediately. Okay, so now we have 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, I believe, and then Vivas comes up in the position for Pablo Reyes that he did he play? No, I think he pinched. Yeah, I'm sorry. He pinch hit for him, hits the 2-run single, down 7-5, and then wait, I'm mistaken because somebody pinch. Okay, yep, I'm sorry, I'm right. Rice comes in, pinch hits for Cabrera, and then he walks. Peraza comes up, grounds out to short on the first pitch. This is where I would have done this completely differently. So they end up throwing Escarra at third base because you take Cabrera out the game, you keep Peraza at short, and you move Vivas to second. Where I would have gone is this. And that moment right then and there, okay, you know you're likely going to hit Ben Rice. You're going to pinch hit if anything goes well. Why not just pinch hit him right there? Pinch hit him right there, okay? There's no reason to not pinch hit him right there. One, if you want to give Wells the 2 days off, Ben Rice is caught, so he's a catcher. He's came up as a catcher. I know he's not great at defensively, but he's a catcher. Pinch hit him there, okay? If you're looking for that home run ball like you were after Vivas hits the single, why wouldn't you just put him up with the bases loaded and nobody out? He's way more of a threat than Escarra is. I love Escarra. Great story. Hit his first home run not too long ago, was a bomb. But just in that moment, man, you got to put somebody up who's performed with the bases loaded and nobody out. I don't understand what's going on. Even put Wells up in that position, because then you still have third, second, and short situated. I know they end up moving Escarra to third base. He's played over 150 games, 150 innings in the minors at third base. He's a good third baseman, but good enough third baseman. But in that moment, why your guys not in the game at that point? If you're gonna pinch hit Wells ended up going in the game anyways, and Rice ended up pinch hitting anyways. Why not just put one of those two in the best position possible to tie the game? I don't understand What is going on in your mind there? It just makes no sense to me. Boone needs to be fired. I'm just kidding. But we'll see how it continues to go. If I continuously see more bonehead moves like this, I get it, But again, it just seemed like you were punting the game at that point. It's like you give Escar a chance. I get it. You want the guy to come up in a big moment. Young career, 27 years old, just wants a chance. I get it. Maybe 30. I think he just turned 30 actually. But why not have your best bats come up in the biggest moment of the game? You have two of them on the bench. Get your best bats up in the beginning and in the biggest moment. Don't sit there and let this guy who's hitting sub 200 come up and hit a little number to the pitcher against a good changeup guy. When if you look at any of Escara's stats, it tells you he cannot hit changeup for shit. And he throws a low outside changeup, hits it right back. It's Yusita. Yusita's a nasty pitcher, man. Even the Vivas single was off a really good changeup. Vivas just had a good at bat, which only made me even more angry that he didn't start the game. But I'm not going to continue to get fed up. We have 6 really important games coming up. We don't want to lose that first place spot so early into the season. Good news is we have guys coming back. Stanton's on the comeback. What's it called? I'm just blanking because I'm angry right now. But Stanton's on the comeback. Loizaca's on the comeback. We have help coming, thankfully. I just hope we can better properly manage the team going forward. But that's all I have for today. Thank you for listening or watching on the YouTube side. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Go Yankees. I hope better days are to come.